The study of embryology as a formal scientific discipline can be traced back to 1800s. One key figure in the development of modern embryology was Carl Ernst von Parr, 1792 to 1876, an Estonian biologist. He is often credited as the father of embryology for his pioneering work in describing the development of animal embryos and formulating the basic principles of embryology. Meanwhile, over 1400 years ago, the Qur'an provided profound insights into embryology long before the advent of modern science. Allah said in the 23rd chapter of the Qur'an, Surah Al-Mu'minun, in verses 14 to 15, "Then we made the sperm-drop into a clinging clot, and we made the clot into a lump of flesh, and we made the bones form the lump of flesh, and we covered the bones with flesh. Then we developed him into another creation. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators. Then indeed, after that, you are to die." Now, let's discuss more about these verses. The Quranic verses in Surah Al-Mu'minun provide a remarkably accurate description of the stages of human embryonic development. The sequence starts with the formation of the sperm drop, referring to the union of male and female gametes, followed by the depiction of the embryo as a clinging clot, which aligns with the initial attachment of the fertilized egg to the uterine wall. The use of terms like clinging clot and lump of flesh corresponds to the early stages of embryogenesis. The clot, or alaka in Arabic, accurately describes the appearance of the early embryo, resembling a leech or a clot of blood. The subsequent stage is likened to a lump of flesh, representing the initial formation of tissues. The Quranic verses proceed to mention the development of bones from this lump of flesh. Modern embryology confirms that the skeletal system begins as cartilage models that gradually ossify into bones during fetal development. The Quranic description of covering the bones with flesh resonates with the embryonic process, where muscles and organs form around the skeletal structure. This gradual layering perfectly aligns with the scientific understanding of tissue differentiation in embryonic growth. The Quranic verses culminate in the acknowledgement of Allah developing the human from one stage to another, emphasizing the miraculous and intricate process of embryonic development. This phrase captures the successive and transformative nature of prenatal growth. The concluding verse serves as a reminder of the transient nature of life, emphasizing that, after this intricate process of development, humans are destined to face mortality. This spiritual dimension adds depth to the scientific description, connecting the physical development of life to its ultimate purpose and the cycle of life and death. In essence, Surah Al-Mu'minun's verses on embryology only provide a remarkably accurate depiction of human development, but also invite reflection on the divine aspects of creation and the profound journey of life. This harmonious integration of scientific insights and spiritual contemplation showcases the holistic nature of the Quranic guidance. But the question is, why the Qur'an have accurate knowledge about embryology from 1400 years ago before scientists? What if we start to think the knowledge in the Qur'an really comes from Allah, the owner of that knowledge itself? The world-famous embryologist, Dr. Keith Moore, which he is non-Muslim, had to say this about Qur'an. For this reason, the description of the human embryology in the Qur'an cannot be based on the scientific knowledge on the 7th century. The only reasonable conclusion is this description was revealed to Muhammad from God. So, is this just mere coincidences? I'll leave that for you to think about it.